if I stopped, I'd never start again.
Right, we're recording again, Chair.
Okay.
Well, shall I just read quickly what happened earlier in case I can't merge them together? For the purpose of the video, the meeting was interrupted through a loss of camera work. Prior to this, there were apologies from Councillor Thomas and Councillor Cox. There were no declarations of interest, and Rhian Evans was unanimously voted as Vice Chair of the committee. Thank you, Chair.
Okay. And we now move to item number 4, minutes of the previous meeting held on the 19th of June. We're all happy with those?
Yes. Scanned through. Good.
Okay. Item number 5, outstanding actions, Ian,
Right.
please.
Certainly. The first one is number 5, which is an ongoing action. There's no update on that. That relates to basketball facilities. In fact, that's been deferred to 2024. The next one is number 16, which is the one I was thinking of. That's the ongoing one, which again is given to the RFO and relates to fencing surrounding Langdon tennis courts, and that's still in progress.
Yeah.
The next one is number 24, which relates to crowdfunding links being inserted onto MCC website. Having liaised with SA1 for a number of weeks, as of the 15th, Kimberly, who provided the presentation to our meeting, is now directly liaising with Rebecca from SA1 to provide the information that's required. So would you like me to leave that open today? Shall I see it, or shall I close that one now?
Leave it open.
So it's-
Until we see what has actually happened.
Okay. Then we have 2 for Councillor Thomas, number 24 and 25, which relate to the community asset transfer and the West Cross equipment. And I haven't had any update from Councillor Thomas, and he's given us apologies. Are you happy to defer that till September?
I don't know if we need to. I found Rebecca's message that she sent us that we set it all up with the last time. The only quote I've had is for £1,800 plus carriage for the piece of equipment that's currently broken. I guess you could go for £2,000 per piece of equipment as an average. Kerry is expecting that all the equipment that's there will be end of life soon enough, now that one is broken. And I replied, and this is what I reported to the meeting, I'll ask for £5,000 for 2 pieces. Remember, we that's apparently on the 20th of March. We went all through this in March. So yes, she reckons it'll be 1,800 plus carriage, so go for £2,000 per piece. But there'll be no installation charges because it's just a plinth that's already there, and you just have to unscrew one and screw it in. So that's the cost, Ian. We can do that tonight. That's directly from Rebecca, if you wanted to.
Move forward.
Yeah.
You know,
No
delay.
we just
Get on with it.
delay. So anyway, those in
That's
favour.
on the agenda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, 2 pieces of equipment,
Yeah.
£1,800 each.
It will be 2,000 each.
Plus the carriage.
Yes.
So it's item number 9, Ian.
Yes. We've finished that now, or do you want to come back to that, Chair?
Should we vote on it?
We finish that
I
now.
think we can finish it. Let's move on. So we'll have a vote on that. Those in favour?
Yes.
So can I clarify, there's £5,000 being allocated for 2 pieces of equipment?
4,000.
4,000, sorry, 4,000.
And there was £1,000 carriage as well. Sorry, is that correct?
Well, hang on.
Do you want
1,800 plus carriage for the piece of equipment that's currently broken. I guess you could go for £2,000 per piece of equipment. So we said with the updates of, if we had £5,000 there, so we were going to allocate £5,000, and any change that we had left, we were going to put back in and ask anybody else did they want it. So we are absolutely sure we've covered it and won't be asking for any more makeup.
I haven't seen any information on it, but I take it as said.
Well, it's from Rebecca. She had it all sorted. I will go for £5,000, and we know we covered for every eventuality, carriage as well. And if there's anything left, we put it back in the pot.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Good. That's complete then. I can conclude, shall I conclude the action for Will then in the light of that, Chair?
Yes. Yes, his service is not required.
Right.
Slow.
Okay. Busy.
Oh, yeah, well, we're all busy. Budget monitoring reports.
Oh, one more, Chair. Well,
Okay.
26 is the relates to the email for which I had for the Vice Chair. That's now completed. And lastly, I was asked to write to the CSO regarding basketball court maintenance, and hopefully you all received Kerry's update
Yeah,
on
it's
that.
been done, yeah.
So that's complete as well.
Yeah.
Well done, Ian. Yeah.
Anyway, the RFO has provided the budget monitoring reports. They were part of the package. I don't think there's anything jumping out at us in particular.
That was quite straightforward.
I haven't received any queries, Chair, and neither has Paul.
And then there was the expenditure transactions. Income. We had the income, the revenue grant from the lottery. Are we all happy with that budget monitoring report?
Yes.
Item number 7, budget 2025-26. This is something that the RFO is looking to
This is 24-25.
No, 25,
25-26.
Oh, the updated copy. This is 24-25.
Oh, sorry, Pam, I'm going to the wrong one, old one.
No, don't worry. Don't worry.
Sorry.
Don't worry.
No, it's the 25-26 one. He did speak at full council about this.
Yeah.
Well, we're committed to £125,600 before we do anything. And that is the skate park sinking fund, the skate park running cost, the Underhill loan repayment, family fun days, Mumbles Bowls Club, Langland Tennis Sinking Fund, and that comes to 125,600.
So are we wanting to, are you asking us to think about projects that we might want to pursue in 25-26?
Well, I think we have to be mindful of how tight things have been on the 24-25. So the 25-26, we may have more scope to do some things. Following the presentation that was given by the gentleman on Victoria Avenue about the disabled access, drop curbs, etc. Will came up with a very good point, and that was taking account of the active travel, so that when they're doing the active travel in specific areas, we should be looking to see that perhaps the drop curbs can be incorporated then. So
When we've had them done in the past, was it just painting lines on the outside, or did we actually do drop curbs as well?
Drop them.
So that's in the 5,000 you've set aside for each.
I'm not aware that we've actually paid for a drop.
No, we haven't.
MCC,
They were the disabled. Do you remember?
it was the parking.
It was the disabled parking bays that we've done. I know we've had some at Mumbles, and then
Yeah.
from our own Swansea Council budgets, we funded.
So we haven't actually paid for any drop curbs.
No.
Okay.
No, that I'm aware of.
I
No.
was thinking of swapping what the gentleman said is to swap, isn't it? But
Yeah, I think we should be aware of it, and
Well, I think we dropped it with great reluctance.
I
There were
know,
2 left.
Councillor Fogarty spent some time in West Cross mapping out a lot of sort of bottlenecks with drop curbs and things. I don't know whether, she's off maternity at the moment, so she might know the sort of the process for persuading City to do them one at a time.
So you're talking about a drop curb in front of each individual house then? You're talking
on the end of the streets.
I gotcha. Yeah.
You know, so on the end of the street, and it's not just for those who are in the wheelchairs, it's even people with walking sticks. You know, you do see some of the elderly who are, and you've got and prams as well.
I do think that just for information, this is when the West Cross Top Shops was redeveloped and that was done, there was some money in that fund at that time to drop some of the curbs,
Yeah.
you know, to improve access. So
It just depends what you've got on in that, like, you know, like we're working on the active travel here in Mumble. So what we're trying to do there is to see where we can get our bang for our buck. So that, you know, exactly what Will said, is that where it will be coming down Victoria Avenue, although that may not be happening for another 18 months, you know, 24 months, what we don't want to do is spend money here now, and if it's going to be done then we can incorporate it further down the line. So we do need a bit of a plan of action. I think it's worth all wards having a little look.
Sorry, Chair. The other part of Paul's budget 25-26 was to create a timetable. An integral part of that is that he's sending out budget proposal forms and with a view to get them ready for September.
Yeah.
And then hopefully this and other projects can be sort of dealt with in the 3 months leading up to Christmas, with a view to them going forward to January, then going on to Swansea City Council for final approval.
it might be nice, Chair, and I'm sure Kerry would do this anyway, that given our limited budget over the next year, I mean, Kerry, you know, is sent information about grants and things as they come through. Is that perhaps as a committee we could discuss, you know, doing sort of Mumble's wide bids for things that we can then incorporate and get that bang for our buck in, you know, in the next year. I am aware though that sometimes when grants come through, you have to apply very quickly and they're time limited.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah. But if
We've got it something ready and we got costs, because what you have to do when they do come up, then you want to get the cost, you know what it's like, you're on the back foot a little.
or even an idea of cost.
Yeah.
So you can sort of, right, let's update these.
You should crack on with that then. The big place in Mumbles, of course, is outside Davis, the bakeries, because there's people coming down the road there.
That's where the active travel will be coming through. As in, that would be almost the end. Because I know I want a safer crossing point, you know, by Boo's Cafe on Woodville.
Yeah.
I've had loads of people wanting the pavement slightly bigger, slightly, because people can come up there at speed. And I've managed to incorporate that there would be a safer crossing point there in terms of not panicking or anything like that, but literally you'd narrow the road somewhat, extending the pavement, so you will naturally slow down traffic, and it's far easier, and that's incorporated into the travel plan then.
Not to digress too, do you remember when Urban found, maybe you weren't there because it was last council, Urban Foundry, when they were doing the initial plans for West Oxfordshire, they wanted to raise the surface and make it
Like a raised crossing type of,
but make it pedestrianised.
Yeah.
So that although cars could still cross it, it would be a different colour and raised, so it would automatically slow stuff down. I wonder whether, bear in mind, you've got a proper crossroads there.
Yeah.
Whether something like that might.
Can't expend it, we're supposedly in the pavement, so it's that's a really well.
Rebecca works everything.
Um,
Who do they work with?
overall, I think that was Alan Ferris,
Have you worked with him on this thing about outside booths?
because he was high.
No, so
He worked with us on the crossing at Twine as well.
no, I dealt with Alan on other things, but not because this comes under the active travel. It's a different team.
Okay.
Different team.
Anyway,
Okay.
it's all good. We're aware of it. That's it.
Stream, can I remember you saying in the last meeting we haven't had any grants and you were feared that we would be taking out a loan for millions to fund this project here? Do you know, has anybody got any information on that?
Thoughts and finance, doesn't it?
Well, I know, but if we're going to do that, then every single committee has to be mindful. We've got a blinking big lump coming out somewhere.
I think Councillor Thoms might have reported to Kerry on that. We had a meeting.
The, as far as the down to earth are concerned, they've been unsuccessful on a number of fronts on grants. And so, of course, but there is a working group. I'm on the working group. Will's on the working group. Carrie is on the working group. Paul and the clerk. But
That's a very experienced team. Okay,
I
I
think-
just wondered if we had to be mindful. of it.
my personal view, because this isn't the committee for it, but it needs to be reset and review it, the whole thing. But anyway, must move on. So the update 3, the Henny bond, that's still something that's
The
floating.
community asked, has it actually been, because I know when it first came to committee, I was away in May. What was actually discussed at that meeting? What was because I know, has it been just sort of deferred? Or is, I wasn't sure if anything.
It's been deferred for further information, because my concern was who was going to pay the maintenance
Yeah.
costs.
Mhm.
If we're taking on another asset, and until such time as we get some answers to that, we really can't do much about it.
That's fine.
The summer will probably be over before anything.
Which I think we knew anyway, and that was the
Happens there.
yeah. I'd suggest just to keep it open for the moment and just review it next time.
Yeah.
Do we say no meetings? No.
There is no meeting in August,
Okay.
I gather.
So there's no full council in August either?
We have an extra council next week, don't we?
Yeah.
There's a special meeting on the 30th.
Tuesday the 30th, yeah.
You know, you've had to say up to Ian. What we say, I want to believe, is that good with that?
Oh, yes, yes.
So
I think you're back now, though, or you
no, everything, I'm leaving.
can't keep out of
I'm
it.
leaving Friday and I'm coming back on the weekend.
I think you. Thank you for that.
So you're right in Nottingham. Please.
So if you just make note that we've discussed the update on the community asset transfer for the Henny bond and leave it open.
For September. Could I ask, Chair, as well, could we just, if you're happy to, the budget for 2025-26, would you be happy to agree the timetable that Paul said for that?
Yes.
We'll meet the requirements of the RFO.
Yeah. So there was no.
If he's got,
I was just going to formally sort of agree to that. If that was.
yeah, yes, we have no objections to his offer.
Good, thank you.
So we're pending his form, yeah.
Yeah.
When will the form be sent out? You know.
Imminently.
Oh,
He
great.
said he'd do it full council recently.
Yeah.
Great. Another form to fill in. Fantastic.
Yeah, and then the exercise equipment on the West Cross seafront, we've already done that. And that's what's on the agenda. And if there's no further matters, we'll.
Thank you very much, Chair.
Thank you. I'll stop. Good. Thank you.
I can't remember the name of the chap. Price